Welcome. Let us begin. Everything on earth is beautiful. Everything except what we ourselves think and do when we forget the higher purposes of life and our own human dignity. Love, friendship, and respect do not unite people as much as common hatred for something. Any idiot can face a crisis. It's day-to-day living that wears you out. When a person is born, he can embark on only one of three roads of life. If you go right, the wolves will eat you. If you go left, you'll eat the wolves. If you go straight, you'll eat yourself. Only during hard times do people come to understand how difficult it is to be master of their own feelings and thoughts. I hate the feeling that I have seen everything but failed to notice the elephants. People don't notice whether it's winter or summer when they are happy. A good upbringing means not that you won't spill sauce on the tablecloth, but that you won't notice it when someone else does. Let us learn to appreciate there will be times when the trees will be bare, and look forward to the time when we may pick the fruit. There should be more sincerity in heart in human relations, more silence and simplicity in our interactions. Be rude when you are angry, laugh when something is funny, and answer when you are asked. Do silly things. Foolishness is a great deal more vital and healthy than our straining and striving after a meaningful life. The task of a writer is not to solve the problem, but to state the problem correctly. Don't tell me the moon is shining, show me the glint of light on broken glass. What a fine weather today. Can't choose whether to drink tea or hang myself. If I wanted to order a ring for myself, the inscription I should choose would be, "Nothing passes away." I believe that nothing passes away without leaving a trace, and that every step we take, however small, has significance for our present and our future existence. There are still many more days of failure ahead, whole seasons of failure. Things will go terribly wrong. You will have huge disappointments, but you have to prepare for that. You have to expect it and be resolute and follow your own path. In nature, a repulsive caterpillar turns into a lovely butterfly, but with human beings it is the other way around. A lovely butterfly turns into a repulsive caterpillar. Knowledge is of no value unless you put it into practice. If you want to work on your art, work on your life. All saints have passed, and all sinners have a future. If I had listened to the critics, I'd have died drunk in the gutter. People should be beautiful in every way, in their faces, in their way they dress, in their thoughts, and in their innermost selves. There is nothing more awful, insulting, and depressing than banality. The illusion which exalts us is dearer to us than 10,000 truths. People's destinies are so different. Some people drag along, unnoticed and boring. They are all alike, and they are all unhappy. Then there are others. Like, for instance, you are one in a million. You are happy. Life is given only once, and one wants to live it boldly, with full conscience and beauty. Better a debauched canary than a pious wolf. Perhaps the feelings that we experience when we are in love represent the normal state. Being in love shows a person who he should be. Try to reason about love, and you will lose your reason. You must trust and believe in people, or life becomes impossible. Man and a woman marry because both of them do not know what to do with themselves. You ask me what life is. That's like asking what a carrot is. A carrot is a carrot, and there is nothing more to know. When a person expends the least amount of motion on one action, that is grace. For God's sake, have some self-respect, and do not run off at the mouth if your brain is out to lunch. Why are we worn out? Why do we, who started so passionate, brave, noble, believing, become totally bankrupt by the age of 30 or 35? Why is it that one is extinguished by consumption, another puts a bullet in his head, a third seeks oblivion in vodka, cards, a fourth, in order to stifle fear and anguish, cynically tramples underfoot the portrait of his pure, beautiful youth? Why is it that once fallen, we do not try to rise, and having lost one thing, we do not seek another? Why? Doctors are just the same as lawyers. The only difference is that lawyers merely rob you, whereas doctors rob you and kill you too. Even while lying, you will be believed if you speak with authority. We are accustomed to live in hopes of good weather, a good harvest, a nice love affair, hopes of becoming rich or getting the office of chief of police, but I have never noticed anyone hoping to get wiser. We say to ourselves, it will be better under a new czar, and in 200 years it will still be better, and nobody tries to make this good time come tomorrow. On the whole, life gets more and more complex every day and moves on its own sweet will, and people get more and more stupid and get isolated from life in ever-increasing numbers. If in the first act you introduce a gun, but the third act you have to use it. If our life has a meaning, an aim, it has nothing to do with our personal happiness, but something wiser and greater. It is time for writers to admit that nothing in this world makes sense. Only fools and charlatans think they know and understand everything. The stupider they are, the wider they conceive their horizons to be. And if an artist decides to declare that he understands nothing of what he sees, this in itself constitutes a considerable clarity in the realm of thought and a great step forward. Wisdom comes not from age, but from education and learning. Better to perish from fools than to accept praises from them. Art, especially the stage, is an area where it is impossible to walk without stumbling. There are in store for you many unsuccessful days and whole unsuccessful seasons. There will be great misunderstandings and deep disappointments. You must be prepared for all this, expect it, and nevertheless, stubbornly, fanatically, follow your own way. It's not a matter of old or new forms. A person writes without thinking about any forms. He writes because it flows freely from his soul. I think human beings must have faith, or must look for faith, otherwise their life is empty. To live and not to know why the cranes fly, why children are born, why there are stars in the sky. You must know why you are alive, or else everything is nonsense, just blowing in the wind. Medicine is my lawful wife, and literature my mistress. When I get tired of one, I spend the night with the other. Man will become better when you show him what he is like. I expect I shall be a student to the end of my days. The role of the artist is to ask questions, not answer them. Thank you for your time. Stay strong.